Hey guys, welcome to the Prelims Focus News discussion of 14th of September, guys. So let's see the very first news. First news is about M-Aadhaar application. Alright, see, it's an application which has been permitted by the Ministry of Railways to carry with you when you are traveling in railways, right? So if when TT will come and want to check your iCard, then you can just show the Aadhaar card in this M-Aadhaar application, right? And you can only download this Aadhaar application, that is M-Aadhaar application, if your Aadhaar is linked with your mobile number. So you have to connect your mobile number with that. Alright, so this was about this. Next is, guys, about minting of few coins. So it will be minted to celebrate the birth centenaries of Dr. M.S. Subbulakshmi and Dr. M.G. Ramachandran. And let's see about what is the forte of Dr. M.S. Subbulakshmi and M.S. Ramachandran, what they have done. So basically, M.S. Subbulakshmi was a Carnatic vocalist, and she was the first ever musician to be awarded Bharat Ratna, as well as she was the first Indian musician to receive Ramon Magsaysay Award. Alright. And the second parties, it will commemorate the coins by denomination of 105 to celebrate the birth centenary of Mr. M.G. Ramachandran. And who was Mr. M.G. Ramachandran? He was an Indian actor, director, producer, as well as politician who served as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu for successive term of 3 years, and he was also awarded Bharat Ratna posthumously. Alright, so this was about them. Next is FSSAI to launch online platform for food inspection and sampling. See, and this online platform is called Food Safety Compliance by Regulatory Inspection and Sampling, that is FOSCORIS. Alright, so and it is being implemented by FSSAI, and for this FSSAI has asked the states to adopt the system, so that there were allegations earlier against the government, against the state government or the central government, that there is many discrepancies occurring in food safety field, and to make this food safety officers also accountable, this online platform has been launched. All right, so it will be helping, it will help to verify the compliance of food standards and hygiene safety for food business as per the governmental norms, and it will also bring forth all the stakeholders whosoever is being associated with one IT platform, so that they can share their data seamlessly, and we can get a real-time picture of whatever is happening. However, also it will facilitate the upper regulator to regulate the the different food safety and hygiene standards, whatever is being required in food business, because they will be having all the data at one single platform. So it is indeed a very good launch by FSSAI. Next is about crackdown over NGO by Home Ministry, because Home Ministry had recently put the names of around 1,200 non-profit NGOs on notice, right? So they have given the notice to them because it was being seen that many NGOs are violating the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, under which it was being said to the NGOs that they should share all their informations with the government, that how much they are getting from foreign fund and how they are spending that fund, right? So but it was seen that these NGOs are not sharing that data with them. So few of the name of the NGOs that are coming under this notice list by the Home Ministries are Sri Ramakrishna Mutt, Ramakrishna Mission, Indore Cancer Foundation Charitable Trust, Coimbatore Christian Charitable Trust, etc., right? So, and also the government has said them that if you're not complying with the Foreign Contribution Regulation Standards Regulation Acts, then what we can do is we can take away your license, as well as we can you people can face penal actions for violating this FCRA Act. All right. Next is about OBC creamy layer, guys. Actually, it is not important per se for your examination point of view, but those whosoever is being preparing for for the competition, governmental competition examinations, and those who are not coming under, who are under OBC category but not getting reservations. So there is a good news for you people, that if your parental income is below 8 lakh rupees, then you are eligible to get the reservation criteria what the government is giving for the OBC people. I mean, you will be enrolled under the creamy layer of OBC, right? So this order has been issued by basically by Department of Personnel and Training. Earlier the limit was 6 lakh, which was being said in 2013, and if the government has taken this step to ensure greater social justice and inclusion for members of other backward classes and all. So yeah, this was about it, guys. Next is India narrow pool of mustard varieties. See, this news has came because recently the scientists of National Academy of Agriculture Science have slammed the activists who have complained in Supreme Court regarding non-implementation of this genetically modified crop, which was earlier being passed out by the government as well as Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee. So these scientists have slammed those activities, that why you are giving misinformation to the Supreme Court, because they have said that earlier there were around 6,000 varieties of mustard was being existing, but now the mustard is being deteriorating day by day. But these scientists have said that India didn't had this much amount of mustard varieties with them, right? So basically, see, this news was there because our scientists have come up with this hybrid variety, that is genetic modified varieties, whose name is Dhara Mustard Hybrid 11, right? That is DMH 11. And it was being said that if this will be planted in India, then India's pulse production will increase, right? Because right now we are the largest producer of pulse in the world, but still we import a huge amount of pulse from other countries also. So if we are implementing this DMH 11 variety in our country, then we'll be getting saved, like our import money what we are spending on importing those pulses, those will get reduced. So that's why this this scientists have said that don't give misinformation to the court, right? So now this was the main news, guys. Let's see the Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee, what this is actually. This is coming under the Ministry of Environment and Forest, and it is basically a statutory body which has got its power from the provision under the rules of 1989, when it had got the statutory powers, right? Under it, what it can do is whenever any sort of genetically engineering organisms or genetically modified crops are being introduced in the market, so what they can do is they can regulate those. I mean, those things, genetically modified things, can be introduced in market only after getting the permission from this Genetically Engineering Appraisal Committee. All right, so this was about it. Next news is, guys, NASA's Cassini has completed the last flyby of the Saturn moon's Titan. See, this spacecraft is from NASA. NASA has sent it, but few other space organizations are also coordinating with this NASA, that is European Space Agency and Italian Space Agency, and it was launched in 1997 to fly by this Saturn's giant moon, that is called Titan. Now, under it, what was its motto? Its motto was to check out that its motto are given in next slide, objective of the mission. All right, we'll discuss that. Sorry. All right, but for now, let's see the facts regarding this news per se. This phenomena in which this Cassini final flyby of the Saturn's moon, that is Titan, will be said as the goodbye case. All right, this phenomena will be called goodbye case. Under it, what will happen is like that this Cassini spacecraft will be allowed to enter the Saturn's upper atmosphere, and if it will enter the Saturn's upper atmosphere, then it will burn it up there, right? So now you will ask why it is getting burned, because the lifetime of this spacecraft is over. All right, so and the scientists don't want to let it fly by in space, because in future what they are predicting that we will send different other space missions also. So say for example, we are sending this space mission, and this Cassini spacecraft is getting collided with that new satellite, then it will create problem for us, right? So that's why they are telling that okay, we'll just burnt it off in Saturn's atmosphere only. We'll let it enter this atmosphere of Saturn. So let's see about this Cassini spacecraft more, guys. It was 4th space probe to visit Saturn, and remember, it is the first to enter the orbit. Means earlier 3 failed to enter the orbit, but it passed to enter the orbit, and it consists of an orbiter which is called Cassini and a lander which is called Huygens, which also landed on the Saturn's moon, that is Titan, in 2005, right? So objective of mission is quite written here, guys. You can very well read it yourself. It is not, I mean, there's no use if I'll tell it again. So better use, I mean, learn it yourself, guys. It will be much better, trust me. Yeah. Next is about Wood is Good campaign, guys. See, the government has launched this Wood is Good campaign under the partnership of Land Use Science, that is Forest Plus. Now, what is Forest Plus? We'll discuss in the next slide, but it is in partnership with USAID, right? USAID, all right, and Indian Environment Ministry, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So, what is the basic idea of this campaign? The idea is to promote wood as a climate friendly resources and a substitute to materials like plastics and steels. Means the government by this campaign wants to tell that don't use much of wood, because if you're using wood then it is not climate friendly, because see, woods are coming from plants, and if you are cutting the plants, then what, they can't sequester, they can't naturally, they are doing the natural agent through which they can naturally, you know, sequester the carbon dioxide level what is occurring in the atmosphere. So if we'll cut down those trees, then the sequestration of carbon dioxide will reduce, right? So that's why the CO2 gases will increase and global warming is also increasing. So that's why they're telling that don't much use of means stop using wood to the extent it is possible. I mean, to the extent where it can be replaced by different other plastics and steel materials, because it is carbon neutral, because the wood is carbon neutral unlike the others, while leave a carbon footprint in their productions also, right? So this was about Wood is Good campaign. Now let's see about Forest Plus, that is a partnership for land use science. It is basically a joint program of USAID and MOEFCC. We have already discussed this. USAID means United States Agency of International Development, and why this program is there? It is to strengthen the capacity of REDD plus. Guys, REDD is very important, that is reducing emissions from deforestation and forest degradation. This is, I'm telling, very important because this has already popped up in 2015 prelims paper of UPSC as well as 2016 prelims paper of UPSC. Alright, so I mean, this Forest Plus program is there to strengthen the capacity of implementation of this REDD implementation, right? So this is about it, and the program also brings together experts from India as well as United States to develop technology, tools, methods and different methods of foreign management will mutually develop all those things to meet the technical challenges of maintaining forest for the health of ecosystem, carbon stocks, biodiversity and livelihood. Alright guys, so this was about this news. Okay, so yeah, we'll meet in next class. Till then, bye bye, take care and thank you for listening. And yeah guys, we'll meet in next class. Yeah.